I had to put my phone on sleep because it kept, somebody kept calling me and I couldn't record. So yeah, anyway, so I was getting loaded, and then I saw he was cute. I ain't gonna hold you, he was cute. And so they pulled up, he pulled up so he can get loaded or whatever. He backed in. That's how I saw him, because he passed me as I was sitting in the dock. And so once I hopped out, the lady knocked on my door again. This is probably about a good 15 minutes of me getting loaded. So she knocked on my door and was like, okay, pull up, open your door, close your doors so I can put your seal on. And so I can put your seal on. And so as I hopped out, I seen, you know what I'm saying, I saw him as I was passing, walking back. Like at the last second, I just winked, you know what I'm saying? I'm a big flirt, girl. So I guess I should, you know what I'm saying? I guess I should just be okay with the bonus because I'm a flirt. But they don't be doing that. They don't be, even then, even when you speaking, you know what I'm saying? Smile and stuff, the Indian men's and, the Middle Eastern men's, they just really, like, they speak and stuff like that, but it's not like that. But sometimes it is. I guess he saw I winked at him or whatnot, and so I walked back there, closed my doors and all that, and then I went into the office, came back, and I get a knock on my door. Like, he just hopped out his truck and just walked straight up, girl. They ain't scared, girl. They ain't scared, girl. Just gonna walk right up. He just walked right up, knocked on the door, and then he was making small talk, asking where I was going. I was asking where he was going, where he lived and stuff, and he was basically saying that he lived up here near Seattle. And I was like, I stay in SoCal. And he was like, well, that's what I think he's going to SoCal. And so, but I'm going to Utah. So yeah, they be trying it. They be trying to like meet up and stuff. And then after that little small talk, he got right to the business what he came for. You want to come over into my truck? Come over into my truck. Now, one Indian man that I met when I was in Arizona, he asked me to come in his truck, but honey, they be feeding you and stuff. He had some Indian food in his refrigerator or whatever. He had maybe some little Indian food, child, maybe some little coffee, just real sweet. We was talking, nothing sexual came up. We was just talking. But this little motherfucker, I guess he think cause he got some, light brown eyes or whatnot. I'm just supposed to get all goo goo gaga when he come over to my truck. Come on into my truck, like, bitch, wait. I said, I said, I'm gonna need something from you, honey. Listen, hold on. You come at me like a hoe, I'm gonna come at you like a trick. Don't do it. Don't do it, baby. Don't do it. And so, you know what I said? How you doing? And so, he was like, basically, he was like, no, I don't have any. I ain't gonna say it on here, but y'all know, bitch. I asked about a check. So, don't just come up to me seriously. Choker and all, wink and all, you will get charged. No, but no, for real. But I want them to do that anyway. But the shipper, girl, no ma'am. So, he was like, let me make sure my camera won't, and I'm just like, sure, I'm finna skirt off on your ass. It ain't happening like that, girl. It ain't that easy. Come on now. I went back into the back because I had to pee, and I didn't see no restroom up in the little shipping office or whatever. Probably was in the warehouse. I ain't got time for all that. When I gotta go. So of course I got my trusty Popeye's cup, and so I went to the back to take care of my business. And so I guess he was like getting his truck ready and stuff like that or whatnot. And he had added me on Snapchat, and so he had messaged me somebody I can come over. And so as soon as I was doing some stretches in the back, because before I started this drive, I like to do my stretches every day, and I really need to do like my core work. I need to do my crunches. I need to do my crunches. And so I'm trying to hurry up so I can go, so he won't pull up on me. But yeah, so what was I saying? Anyway, I was saved by an angel. This other Indian man came up because he needs to back into the dock that I'm in. So he walks up and knocking on my door and was like, I was still in the back, so I came to the front. And I was like, he was like, yes, I need to get into the dock. I was like, okay. And so I was sliding my tandems, about to slide my tandem. So I hopped out, went and did that, and then I went over to the guy's truck that wanted me to come over there. And I just want, let me see it. Like, bitch, don't threaten me with a good time. I want to see it. And so, let me see it. Bitch, let me see it. I want to see it. Okay, so I was like, let me see it. And then he went up and whip it out right there. But then I was like, girl, this is what goes on the road. Y'all want on the real? Nah, but yeah. So I told him I was gonna pull down here, but child, I'm finna go. Child, listen. If it's meant to be, it'll be. I'll get the nudies and Snapchat. So, and you know, send me what you were working. Send me, show me. I need to know what I potentially, you know, cause you know it's not, you know, like I said, you gotta have what I need, yeah. Ain't nothing free in this big world. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll on. I'm going to Far West, Utah, and I may make a little pit stop through Tri-Cities. You know, I gotta go fuel in Boise. They gotta send me something, another fuel stop, because they got me going to Portland. I guess that I was supposed to go to Portland first before I came up here, because that's where my last load delivered. I had 3 PetSmarts in fucking Portland. One was the PetSmart from hell, because I don't know how motherfuckers get in there back into the dock, but you know, it was one of those docks where you're not gonna be straight, you're gonna be like off, but the dock is touching the trailer so they can get in. But I got so frustrated, it took me I just gave up. It took me about 30 minutes. I was like, damn, how do they get in here? And so I finally got, you know, it to where they can actually get in the trailer, because you're not gonna be straight. And like, she didn't tell me that. It was just like, I was just expected to get in there perfectly, and it wasn't enough space. I inserted a video, child. It was a barrier up. It was all kind of bullshit. Trash cans everywhere. So, yeah, I did tell them, I was like, I don't want to do no more stores after this. Because I was just drained after. Went to the last store, and I just shut down right there in the dock. I pulled out after when I heard they was when you back into a dock with 2 docks, if they in the other trailer bumping around and like moving shit, you can hear it as if it's your trailer. So I moved. I was like, I pulled out and I just backed in just behind the shopping center. But anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll with you. I'm gonna tell y'all some more. I'm gonna let y'all know some more tea if it arises. But child, these Indian men, child, they just come up to me. Was it because I'm black? Is it because I'm black? Is it because I have a choker? I ain't even had his lipstick on. But I mean, I guess, you know, they want to see what's going on. And so I told him my tea, you know. I didn't tell him my tea. I did tell him. I told him and I showed him a picture. It is what it is. But, because I know what's shame my game, honey. So, smooches love you, mean it.